The Premier League is often called the toughest league in the world, and boy, has it proven that time and time again. Over the years, we've seen some absolutely world-class players arrive in England with massive reputations, only to completely crumble under the pressure and intensity of English football. These weren't just good players who struggled. We're talking about Ballon d'Or winners, Champions League heroes, and global superstars who looked completely lost the moment they stepped onto a Premier League pitch. Today, we're diving deep into the stories of 10 world-class talents who became absolute disasters in England. Trust me, some of these will shock you. Let's get into it. Number 10. Andriy Shevchenko. We have to start with arguably the biggest flop in Premier League history, Andriy Shevchenko, and when we say world-class, we mean world-class, guys. This man won the Ballon d'Or in 2004, was a two-time Champions League top scorer, and absolutely terrorized defenses for AC Milan, where he scored over 170 goals. He was considered one of the deadliest strikers on the planet, so when Roman Abramovich brought him to Chelsea in 2006 for £30 million, everyone expected fireworks. What we got instead was an absolute disaster. Shevchenko managed just 9 goals in 48 Premier League appearances across 2 seasons. 9 goals, guys! To put that in perspective, he once scored 24 goals in a single Serie A season. His poor form even contributed to Jose Mourinho's first departure from Chelsea. The Shevchenko signing remains a cautionary tale about how even the very best can't always handle the Premier League. Number 9. Radamel Falcao. Next up is a striker who was considered the 5th best player in the world behind Messi, Ronaldo, Xavi and Iniesta at his peak. Radamel Falcao was an absolute beast at Porto and Atletico Madrid, scoring goals for fun and winning Europa League titles like it was nothing. His heading ability, finishing and movement in the box were world-class. Pep Guardiola called him sensational, and even Fabio Capello compared him to Messi and Ronaldo. Manchester United gambled on him returning to form in 2014, but it was a disaster, just 4 goals in 26 Premier League appearances. And here's where it gets absolutely crazy. Despite this obvious failure, Chelsea somehow decided it was a good idea to sign him immediately after. Like, what were they thinking? Their reward? 1 goal in 10 games. 1! Across both clubs, Falcao scored just 5 goals in 36 league matches. The Premier League absolutely broke Falcao, and it's genuinely sad because we never got to see the real El Tigre in English football. Number 8. Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria will forever be remembered as one of Manchester United's most disappointing signings, and that's saying something. This guy arrived at Old Trafford as a Champions League winner, the man of the match in the final for Real Madrid, in a deal worth just shy of £60 million, a British record at the time. Just a year before, he'd been a key player for Argentina in the World Cup final. So, what went wrong? Louis van Gaal moved him all around the formation, never allowing him to settle. There were also off-field problems, including a burglary at his home that left his family shaken. Di Maria managed 3 goals and 11 assists in 27 league appearances, which honestly isn't terrible on paper, but the overall feeling was one of complete disappointment. After falling out with Van Gaal, he was shipped off to PSG after just 1 season. United fans still haven't forgiven him. What a waste of talent. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. We've got way more shocking stories coming up. Also, drop a comment and tell us which Premier League flop shocked you the most. Number 7. Juan Sebastian Veron. Now let's talk about Juan Sebastian Veron, a player who failed not once but twice in the Premier League. This Argentine international had absolutely bossed it in Italy with Parma and Lazio, playing that patient, methodical style that made him look destined for greatness. Manchester United paid a whopping £28 million for him in 2001, an English record at the time, and Sir Alex Ferguson expected the world, but Veron's style just didn't translate to the Premier League. He wanted time on the ball, but was given absolutely none of it. The pace and intensity completely overwhelmed him, and he ended up looking ordinary after 2 frustrating seasons at Old Trafford. And then, incredibly, Chelsea decided to sign him in 2003. Seriously guys, what were they thinking? Veron lasted just 1 calamitous season at Stamford Bridge before being sent back to Italy on loan. Some players just aren't built for the Premier League, and Veron is the perfect example. Number 6. Alvaro Morata. Alvaro Morata arrived at Chelsea in 2017 for £60 million with a decent pedigree. He'd shown promise at Real Madrid and Juventus. And to be fair, he started brightly, scoring 7 goals in his first 11 Premier League games. Fans were thinking, finally we've got a proper number 9. But then it all went downhill fast. Morata became incredibly inconsistent, missing easy chances and looking like he'd lost all confidence. His head would drop after missing opportunities, and you could see the frustration building. He ended his first season with 11 league goals, which isn't awful, but for a £60 million striker, Chelsea expected so much more. After 18 months of disappointment, he was shipped off to Atletico Madrid, where he's actually done pretty well since. Another example of a player who just couldn't handle the pressure of the Premier League. Number 5, Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay is a fascinating case because he's gone on to have a really good career, just not in England. Fresh from being the Eredivisie's top scorer with PSV, Manchester United paid £25 million for the exciting Dutch winger in 2015. He was given the iconic number 7 shirt, previously worn by legends like Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo, which tells you how highly rated he was. But Memphis never adapted to the Premier League's intensity. His flashy lifestyle didn't help either, with stories of him showing up to reserve games in a Rolls-Royce wearing a cowboy hat while his form was terrible. Wayne Rooney even recalled trying to give him advice about toning it down, but Memphis wasn't having it. After managing just 7 goals in 53 games, he was moved on to Lyon in January 2017, where he immediately rediscovered his form. Memphis has since played for Barcelona and is now the Netherlands' all-time top scorer. But in England, complete flop, guys. Can you guess which other Manchester United disaster is coming up next? Drop your predictions in the comments. Number 4. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Bastian Schweinsteiger is a Manchester United legend, just not for the right reasons. This man was one of Germany's best midfielders of his generation, an 8-time Bundesliga champion with Bayern Munich and a World Cup winner in 2014. When United signed him in 2015, fans were genuinely thrilled. But it quickly became clear that Schweinsteiger was past his best. He struggled with the pace of the Premier League and couldn't handle the physical demands. Then Jose Mourinho arrived and things got even worse. He basically exiled Schweinsteiger from the squad, forcing him to train with the reserves. It was brutal, guys. After less than 2 years and just 18 league appearances, the German moved to MLS on a free transfer, a sad end to what should have been a glamorous Premier League career. Number 3, Maicon. Remember when Maicon was considered the best right-back in the world? During his time at Inter Milan, the Brazilian was an absolute force, attacking, defending, scoring spectacular goals and winning everything, including the Champions League with Jose Mourinho's treble winners. So when Manchester City signed him in 2012, there was genuine excitement about seeing him dominate in England. Instead, we got one of the most shocking declines ever witnessed. Maicon was absolutely terrible, guys. He racked up just 9 Premier League appearances without a single goal or assist and looked about 5 years past his best. After just 1 season, City shipped him off to Roma and everyone pretended it never happened. It's genuinely baffling how a player who was world-class just 2 years earlier could look so completely out of his depth. Number 2, Jerome Boateng. Before Jerome Boateng became a World Cup winner and one of the best centre-backs in the world at Bayern Munich, he had a forgettable spell at Manchester City. The German arrived in 2010, but was bizarrely played at right-back rather than his natural centre-back position. He suffered a knee injury early on and never really recovered his place. City limited him to just 24 games before selling him to Bayern Munich for a small profit. And then they watched in horror as Boateng became one of the world's best defenders, winning everything possible including the treble and the World Cup. City essentially handed Bayern Munich a world-class centre-back on a platter. Whoops! To be fair, Boateng's struggles weren't entirely his fault, but it's still wild how badly it worked out for City. Number 1. George Weah. The only player to ever win the Ballon d'Or while playing for an African nation, George Weah is a legend of the game. But by the time he arrived at Chelsea in 2000 on a short loan spell, he was 34 years old and well past his prime. Weah made just 11 appearances for Chelsea, failing to score a single Premier League goal. To be fair to him, he was brought in as an experienced backup and not as the main striker. He did score in the FA Cup and helped Chelsea win the trophy, which somewhat poeticised his brief stint at Stamford Bridge. But in terms of Premier League impact, the Ballon d'Or winner barely left a mark. It was a sad reminder that even the greatest players can't escape Father Time. So there you have it, 10 world-class players who absolutely flopped in the Premier League. It just goes to show that reputation means nothing when you step onto an English pitch. The intensity, the pace, the physicality, it's a different beast, and even some of the greatest players in history couldn't handle it. Before we go, let's quickly mention a few other notable flops. Robinho, who never lived up to the hype at Manchester City, Diego Forlan, who struggled at United before becoming a superstar in Spain, Deco, who won Player of the Month on his Chelsea debut but faded quickly, and Ricardo Quaresma, another Chelsea disappointment who delivered absolutely nothing in England. Now we want to hear from you guys. Which flop on this list shocked you the most? Are there any other world-class players we missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing football content. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye! The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Tri-Under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.